By student engagement, I take my understanding back to the quality teaching documents, where it was part of those elements of quality teaching, and I always found that student engagement was one of the most important out of all the three areas, because if a student is engaged, they are then encompassing the deeper knowledge, the deeper understanding. They're making connections with text, and within text they're showing that they're actually in a task, not just performing a task. And that's what I sort of see as student engagement. So what do you think, girls?
Yeah, I agree. It's the product of the motivation of the student and the active learning involved, and that goes hand in hand, because they're not going to highly achieve unless they're completely motivated.
You can have a child passively sitting, they're on task, they're doing the work and going through the motions, but that's not necessarily an engaged student. An engaged student will be one that's putting up their hand. They're asking those questions to try and enhance their learning and understanding. And that's the sort of engagement that you want from a student, that one where they're actually actively learning.
Yes, I believe where they take responsibility for their learning and they're actively seeking knowledge and asking you questions and challenging themselves further. And I believe they take a real interest in their learning, and they can share that with other children with confidence as well. They're very involved in the task.
Yeah. And on a whole level then, if you look at it on a whole level, student engagement is also this desire to want to be at school. They walk in a room where they feel safe, where they feel they can take risks, where they feel like they're allowed to ask questions and they're motivated. They walk into a room that's full of their work, so their work is valued and they like to come to school. And that's half the problem of getting children engaged, is they want to be at school. They're happy to come to school, and student engagement encompasses that too. So that's what I believe.
They have to develop that love of learning.
Yeah. So that it continues on for the rest of their lives. That love of learning will continue on through into high school and future,
That's right.
if it's instilled in them very early on in the piece.